you think that an additional qualification would add any mileage to the career?
Makes you more international.
What do you think is the scope of enhancing this audit technologies in the banking industry?
We get emails, at least 20 emails which are spam with similar names with different spellings.
I'm not a technologist, so I would not comment on the good or bad of technology, but I can say it is part of our lives now.
Namaskaram, welcome back to Him Talks. Today we are here at the Evolution of Accounting 2.0 conference, jointly conducted by Simandhar Education and Becker. And we have a couple of dignitaries here who has given us some valuable insights during their speech. Welcome Dev. And welcome Rajesh.
Hi.
Sir, we are talking about CA and CPA as an additional qualification. So in this changing dynamic scenario, do you think that an additional qualification would add any mileage to the career?
Yeah, being an ex-student of Becker, this is where I did my CPA. So definitely something that adds more, makes you more international. It makes you more equipped to handle difficult scenarios and situations in the field of finance and accounting.
So you discussed in detail about agile auditing. On one hand, you see that technology is entering into the audit space. So is it going to create any thick black walls? Because if you look at how the weapons have evolved, we have moved from sticks to nuclear weapons. So is it going to change so in the audit field as well?
See, again, my very personal opinion, and I just think this is a new technique that everybody should try. Nobody knows the results. You have to start somewhere. We don't know where any of these techniques end. So that's purely, my personal view on this. Thank you.
Sir, one particular question is a lot of banking frauds are evolving time and again. So what do you think is the scope of enhancing this audit technologies in the banking industry especially?
See, technologies keep changing and the way frauds are done also being changed, right? Fraudsters have been changing regularly. There are new methods of fraud. We get emails, at least 20 emails which are spam with similar names with different spellings. In fact, we get phone calls as well where our debit cards and credit cards try to be compromised. Awareness is very important. Like a person who is in his late 50s might not be even aware and get victim of these frauds. So I think awareness is very important, and that's where the role of chartered accountants and CPAs is that give back to the society and help people generate awareness. And I would be expecting social media platforms like you to spread awareness to beware of frauds.
One last question of the day. There are many reports saying that audit will be completely done using technology and there's no need for auditors as such. So do you agree to the statement?
Again, my personal opinion on this one is that you can't take away human judgment, but you can also not operate without technology. So technology is a must. You will have to adopt it at some stage as an auditor. But again, you can't take away the human.
At the same time, the jobs which exist today will not exist more, but there will be new jobs created. Like when typewriters were done away, computers were there, and computers created much more jobs than the typewriters ever had. So looking forward for an interesting journey ahead.
So the final question, the whole concern is about technology has no ethics. So it has zero ethics altogether. So this is the reason why people are so apprehensive, especially in the finance sector. So where do you stand here?
I mean, I don't know much. I'm not a technologist, so I really can't opine on something like that. But all I'll say again is that, whatever it is, today it's reality. And can you avoid it? Answer is no. Whether it's your mobile device in your hand, or you're doing a complex function, or you're working in a job, or you're a student, everything is technology. So you can't do it. The best way to avoid technology is sip a coffee in the morning with your newspaper. That's the only thing where you can avoid technology possibly. So otherwise, your life, has got elements of technology. Again, I would always say I'm not a technologist, so I would not comment on the good or bad of technology, but I can say it is part of our lives now.
Yeah, you love it or hate it, but you can't ignore it. So we have to learn to live with it.
For time, so thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.